we own, Lowell High School now owns 5 shells. And they also have access to some others. But they could have as many as 5 or 6 boats out on the water at any one time. And of course, they're not all rowing at the same rate, so it's not like one coach in one launch can supervise.
I'm hot.
New shell for the varsity boys. So they now have a decent boat. They're fairly well set for boats. Big equipment needs right now are for launches. They've been using borrowed launches for a long time. Even to the National Rowing Association. No, not the docks, the launch, but the coach is next.
Okay.
Because, yeah, basically a runabout. So, but they've had a great season, and it's been a very positive experience.
We will resume the hearing now. Roll call, please.
Mr. Leahy.
Present.
Mr. Leary.
Here.
Miss Martin. Here. Mr. McHugh.
Here.
Mayor Martin.
Here.
Miss Dougherty.
Here.
Miss Fattacante.
Here.
7 present.
Okay, we are at now page 19A in the budget book, which is teaching services for special programs. Madam Superintendent?
I wonder if I could suggest that the committee may want to hold off on 19A and B pending the meeting with the Special Education Subcommittee, since there's some relationship between these two.
Motion to hold this in abeyance, please, Your Honor.
Motion to hold in abeyance delay action by Ms. Fattacante, seconded by Mr. Leary. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? The matter is delayed until conclusion of the report and recommendation from the Special Education Subcommittee. So that brings us to page 20, library.
Yes, these are, the changes in positions involve the trade-offs at the individual school levels, otherwise no other changes.
Mr. Leahy?
Thank you. I just have one comment
Page 20, right?
about this section. Would it be wise at this time, because we're in negotiations, or maybe for next time, but library media specialists, library aides, and the computer technicians in the schools, maybe that's something we should be looking at, to combine those categories. Maybe out of the 3, we could come up with 2 that we could live with for the schools, because it seems like we want first-rate libraries, but we don't have enough money to fund 3 types of positions. But maybe there's enough overlap that in the future we should be looking to combine these, if we could, and then maybe we could have staff at the schools and it would cost us less money. So I don't know if that's worthwhile to look at or not.
Well, we can take a look at that for next year.
Ms. Dougherty?
I move approval on this page, Your Honor.
Motion to approve the bottom line figure for library, $1,493,807 by Ms. Dougherty, seconded by Ms. Martin. Roll call, please.
Mr. Leahy.
Yes.
Mr. Leary.
Yes.
Miss Martin.
Yes.
Mr. McHugh.
Yes.
Mayor Martin.
Yes.
Miss Dougherty.
Yes.
Miss Fattacante.
Yes.
7 yeas, approved.
Page 21, audiovisual.
No changes.
What's the wish of the committee? Motion approved by Ms. Martin, seconded by Mr. Leary. Roll call.
Mr. Leahy.
Yes.
Mr. Leary.
Yes.
Miss Martin.
Yes.
Mr. McHugh.
Yes.
Mayor Martin.
Yes.
Miss Dougherty.
Yes.
Miss Fattacante.
Yes.
7 yeas, approved.
Page 22 is guidance.
No changes recommended.
Move approval.
Motion approved by Ms. Fattacante, seconded by Mr. Leary. Roll call. Bottom line figure, I'm sorry, is $2,029,605.
Mr. Leahy.
Yes.
Mr. Leary.
Yes.
Miss Martin.
Yes.
Mr. McHugh.
Yes.
Mayor Martin.
Yes.
Miss Dougherty.
Yes.
Miss Fattacante.
Yes.
7 yeas, approved.
Next page, 23, student support services.
No changes recommended.
Move approval.
Motion to approve by Ms. Fattacante, second by Ms. Doherty. Yes, Ms. Martin.
I'm sorry, just a quick question. Could you just give me a quick rundown on contracted services, exactly what that is?
I may have to get you that information at the next meeting if
Okay.
you'd like. That's the testing.
Thank you.
Okay, further questions? Roll call. The bottom line figure is $364,310.
Mr. Leahy,
Yes.
Mr. Leary,
Yes.
Miss Martin,
Yes.
Mr. McHugh.
Yes.
Mayor Martin.
Yes.
Miss Doherty,
Yes.
Miss Fattacante.
Yes.
7 yeas, approved.
Page 24 is attendance.
No changes recommended.
Move approval. Oh,
Motion approved by Ms. Fattacante, seconded by Ms. Martin. Mr. Leahy.
Thank you. Through you to the superintendent, any changes in the attendance officer's department maybe, or with all the subcommittees we've had about the high school and about attendance? I didn't know what we had planned for this. Any changes gonna come about?
Not that would have a budget implication for these positions. We're continuing to work on how to make most effective use of the personnel in the department and how to supplement what they do with work by the Parent Information Center and work at the high school level,
Okay,
within the high school student services office.
all right, but we still will continue to look at this because it's...
Absolutely.
Yeah, thank you.
Okay, roll call on the bottom line figure of $120,591.
Mr. Leahy.
Yes.
Mr. Leahy,
Yes.
Mr. Leary,
Yes.
Miss Martin,
Yes.
Mr. McHugh,
Yes.
Mayor Martin.
Yes.
Miss Doherty,
Yes.
Miss Fattacante.
Yes.
7 yeas, approved.
Okay, page 25 is the next item, transportation.
Yes, if I could, just a couple of comments here on this page. This page reflects the savings that we anticipate being able to have in regular ed transportation by the rerouting that Mr. Dakota has been able to figure out and the changes in school start and stop times. So there's a reduction in regular education transportation. There's an increase projected in special education transportation, and you can see that we've incurred some of those expenses this year, so it's carrying forward from our projected as opposed to budgeted amounts for special education. No other changes, and this is the page where if you were to add restore preschool transportation, that's where you would do it on this page, under the critical needs budget, the $225,000. But that's not here on the page.
Ms. Martin?
I think unfortunately, this is not going to be the year where we can restore the preschool transportation. I think it's troubling, and I think it's certainly disappointing that we're not going to be able to bring that service back, because I do think it has a profound impact on our youngest students and getting them ready to begin their education. And I certainly, and I know I'm not alone as I say this, very disappointed that we can't bring that back. But I just, again, with the type of budget reality we're facing right now, I just don't see how we can absorb that additional charge. And I would make the motion that we approve this page as is without that addition.
I'll second.
Second by Ms. Fattacante. Motion to approve in the amount of $5,075,909 by Ms. Martin, second by Ms. Fattacante. Ms. Doherty.
Yes, Your Honor. I just need to make a comment about this. I think we need to
have the preschool transportation back. I feel that every year that we don't have it, we have children who start school behind, and they're constantly playing catch-up, and we end up spending more money in the long run. We've got so many English language learners out there, children who their first experience with English in an academic setting is in preschool. And if they don't get to preschool, we know from our own data that we've looked at that we lost a huge percentage of those high-risk kids. To me, it seems nonsensical to not put the money in and absorb the cost, ask the city for the funding to do it, or hope that the state senate comes through with the House as they negotiate what we need, because we're just paying more down the road. Those children, they start out behind, and it's just 1 year after another of playing catch up. I can't support not putting this money back, or even just putting it in abeyance until we can look at it again next week. I don't know if that's delaying the inevitable, but I really think the preschool transportation piece, all the elementary resources that we can possibly put into the system, we have to do. It just doesn't make sense not to do it.
Do you want a substitute motion to put in advance?
Mr. McHugh, did you? No. There is a motion, yeah, motion made and seconded. You want to make a substitute motion?
I'd like to make a substitute motion then that we, would it be better to just hold off and think about it for another week? Put it in abeyance until next week? I think we need to look very hard at, I know we've got limited funds and we've got to make very difficult choices, but to me, the earlier we get these children in school, it's a huge difference. I've seen it. It's a huge difference. So my substitute motion would be to put this in abeyance till next week.
Any second on that? Second by Mr. Leary. Ms. Fattacante?
Thank you, Your Honor. I don't think anybody disagrees with restoring preschool transportation. We've all seen the studies, and we all know the effects of not having preschool programs, especially for linguistic minority students. The reality is we're not getting this extra money from the city. It's not going to happen because the city also has a tight, limited budget this year. And to restore it with the hope of our legislature giving us the money, I don't think is fiscally responsible. I think discussing it and then seeing what what we might be able to get from them in the meantime might be prudent, but I don't think that we can restore it with the hope of somebody funding it for us. Because what that does is it gets the hope of all those parents who now think, oh my gosh, preschool is back, let me sign up, only to have what happened the time when we cut preschool, which is to come back down to Parent Information Center and say, oh, if there's no transportation, I can't send my child. I think that it's not prudent for us to let parents think that there is that hope and that opportunity when we don't know if there is. And right now, sitting here, I don't think there is. I'm willing to discuss it more, but I don't think that we can put $3 million in our suspense account when it doesn't exist. I mean, we don't have $3 million to do that. So I cannot do that unless you're willing to go to the council and ask them for a $3 million check.
Yeah.
Excuse me, it's only 200.
Or $250,000 check.
Well, you'll see my view when we vote, but no, I agree with your position, I do. I agree.
It's tough. It's very tough.
Yeah. Mr. McHugh?
Thank you. I agree it's very, very important, and I think Ms. Doherty's motion at the very beginning is a very important one that she made about getting Senator Kennedy to come up. And I think I would say, if he comes, take him down there. Show him the impact of a program like this. I think that's what he should be seeing. You know, it's nice to take him out to a few schools, but I think show him that program, show him what that does. I think it's also important to note, at any given time until we've proved the budget in a whole, you can add or subtract, go back and forth. So I think to hold this in abeyance it's not necessarily going to do anything for us. I think we're just going to have to vote this to the next meeting. So, I mean, I'm ready to vote tonight to just move this forward. If for some reason a miracle happens in a week, we could always then add it back into this line if something happens. But I do want to follow up on the original motion that Ms. Doherty made at the beginning of the night. If we can get the, Kennedy up here, that's what you want to show him, the impact of these type of programs at the elementary that need to be supported, and the funding has to be put in place. So that's what we should be fighting for, so we can have that, and that's hopefully we'll get some end result of that, and we could always add something later if we need to. So tonight, I mean, I would vote to approve this bottom line as is. Thank you.
Okay, Mr. Leary.
Yeah, I mean, I don't see how we're going to afford the $250,000 either, but I don't have a problem with waiting an additional week. We're ripping right through the budget tonight. I'm going to vote to hold it in abeyance till next Wednesday when we reconvene, or this Thursday when we reconvene again. Again, I don't, from a practical matter, I'm not going to vote in favor of approving $225,000 for the busing. But I don't see a problem in holding on it and discussing it and reviewing it again. Again, as Committeeman McHugh also said, I didn't think of this when I was in advance. We can always add to the budget at a later date. But what's the problem holding on to it for a couple more days? We're not approving it. We're just saying we're taking more time to have a thoughtful, thorough review of it. That's all we're doing.
Okay. Roll call on the substitute motion to delay action.
Mr. Leahy,
Yes.
Mr. Leary,
Yes.
Ms. Martin,
No.
Mr. McHugh,
No.
Mayor Martin,
No.
Ms. Doherty,
Yes.
Ms. Fattacante.
No.
3 yeas, 4 nays, it's defeated.
Okay, roll call on the original motion.
Read the,
The original motion was to approve the bottom line figure, $5,075,909.
Mr. Leahy,
Yes.
Mr. Leary,
Yes.
Ms. Martin,
Yes.
Mr. McHugh,
Yes.
Mayor Martin.
Yes.
Ms. Doherty,
No.
Ms. Fattacante.
Yes.
6 yeas, 1 nay, approved.
Okay, next item is page 26, athletics, that was already voted on and acted on earlier in the meeting. So the next item is page 27, student activities. Madam Superintendent?
No changes recommended here.
Move approval.
Motion to approve by Ms. Fattacante, seconded by Mr. Leahy. Roll call.
Please read the.
The amount, I'm sorry, $211,697.
Mr. Leahy,
Yes.
Mr. Leary,
Yes.
Ms. Martin.
Yes.
Mr. McHugh,
Yes.
Mayor Martin.
Yes.
Ms. Doherty,
Yes.
Ms. Fattacante.
Yes.
7 yeas, approved.
Okay, next item, page 28, is operations maintenance. Madam Superintendent?
Yes, the personnel part of operations and maintenance just reflects decisions made this year, during the course of this year by the committee. No net change in the number of personnel. And in the non-personnel, this includes the significant increase projected for electricity into next year, and the same thing for heat. So between those two, it's a more than a $500,000 increase over this year's budgeted. But those are the only, really the only changes in the document.
Ms. Fattacante? Do you?
Thank you, Your Honor. I see you're underestimating about 75,000 for utility water. Are we thinking about not using as much this coming year?
This,
Because of the water we've had, we'll have a bit of an abundance?
that must be that's right, we're storing it up. No, that's actually reflects this year's projected is
Okay.
at 225. So we're carrying this year's projected
Okay.
ahead into next year.
Thank you, Your Honor. Move approval.
Motion to approve by Ms. Fattacante, second by Ms. Martin. Any further questions? Roll call. Bottom line number, $11,054,983.
Mr. Leahy,
Yes.
Mr. Leary,
Yes.
Ms. Martin,
Yes.
Mr. McHugh.
Yes.
Mayor Martin.
Yes.
Ms. Doherty.
Yes.
Ms. Fattacante.
Yes.
7 yeas, approved.
Okay, next item, page 29, is personnel insurance and student insurance. Madam Superintendent?
Yes, we've carried an estimated 5% increase in health insurance premiums. That alone is about $1 million increase over this year's budgeted, although you can see that this year's projected is somewhat higher than we had projected, bringing the requested budget for 06-07 to $11,828,779.
Questions?
Move approval.
Motion to approve by Mr. Leahy, seconded by Ms. Doherty. The bottom line figure of $11,836,279. Roll call.
Mr. Leahy.
Yes.
Mr. Leary.
Yes.
Ms. Martin.
Yes.
Mr. McHugh.
Yes.
Mayor Martin.
Yes.
Ms. Doherty.
Yes.
Ms. Fattacante.
Yes.
7 yeas, approved.
Page 30 is rental of buildings and equipment. Madam Superintendent.
Yes, there are a couple of changes as the facilities subcommittee has reviewed. We'll be removing the modular classrooms at the Riley School and making a one-time purchase of the modulars at the Washington School. The net result is a savings in next year's budget, so that we're requesting $405,070 for all of the building rentals.
Move approval, Your Honor.
Motion approved by Ms. Fattacante, seconded by Mr. Leahy. Roll call.
Mr. Leahy.
Yes.
Sorry, the roll call is the bottom line number, $405,070.
Mr. Leahy.
Yes.
Mr. Leary.
Yes.
Ms. Martin.
Yes.
Mr. McHugh.
Yes.
Mayor Martin.
Yes.
Ms. Doherty.
Yes.
Ms. Fattacante.
Yes.
7 yeas, approved.
Okay. Next item is capital expenditures and improvements.
Again, recommending no change over the budget of recent years, which is a total of $300,000, which is significantly lower than the budget the committee had carried until our budget cuts of 2003, 2004. We used to budget double, if not triple this amount. So this is the absolute less than bare bones for maintenance and repair of equipment and capital improvements.
Move approval.
Motion to approve by Ms. Fattacante, the bottom line figure, $300,000, seconded by Mr. Leahy. Roll call.
Mr. Leahy.
Yes.
Mr. Leary.
Yes.
Ms. Martin.
Yes.
Mr. McHugh.
Yes.
Mayor Martin.
Yes.
Ms. Doherty.
Yes.
Ms. Fattacante.
Yes.
7 yeas, approved.
Page 32 is the suspense account.
The new total, Your Honor, through you to the Assistant Superintendent of Business.
There's just $5,000 in that account right now.
That's a problem.
Well, actually, as we're doing our personnel subcommittee conversations, I suspect that's where we'd be transferring the funds that we'd be discussing,
Hopefully
right?
into the
Yes.
suspense account.
Exactly, exactly.
All right, Your Honor, motion to vote the $5,000 currently in the suspense account. Motion to approve.
Motion to approve the bottom line figure of $5,000. Okay.
What's that, Jay? I'm sorry, Mr. Assistant
Can we
Superintendent.
hear from the Assistant Superintendent on this?
Sorry, earlier in the evening, Mr. Leahy had moved to take $5,000 from, I think, the advertising line item early on in the
Move it in
budget,
here, right?
move it to the suspense account. So even though your budget book reflects zero, there's $5,000 there right now. So you should just vote recommend you vote the $5,000 bottom line for right now.
Isn't that what it
Yes.
said, $5,000?
Yes,
Okay.
motion to approve, $5,000 by Ms. Fattacante, seconded by Mr. Leahy. Roll call.
Mr. Leahy.
Yes.
Mr. Leary.
Yes.
Ms. Martin.
Yes.
Mr. McHugh,
Yes.
Mayor Martin.
Yes.
Ms. Doherty,
Yes.
Ms. Fattacante.
Yes.
7 yeas, approved.
I
Your
think-
Honor?
Yes.
You hit a record tonight. Because we've never done this in one session. Very impressive. We have no more money, but it was very impressive.
Which does speed up
Pretty
the
easy when
budgeting
there aren't the
process.
increases. Well, there are still some items to take up that were referred to
Yes.
subcommittee. So I get, that brings us to conclusion of the initial pass through the budget. What I would suggest is, we do have a hearing scheduled, I think, for Thursday.
Yes.
And then next Wednesday. It may be a more prudent use of time to have Thursday's meeting, Thursday night, have those subcommittee
Yes.
meetings, and then conclude the budget hearing next Wednesday.
That's correct. That would be the best. That would, yes, because I don't think that we can continue on with the budget until we have the 2 subcommittee meetings. So so I'd make a motion to not have the budget meeting on the 25th, but instead to have the 2 subcommittee meetings that are necessary for us to make the decisions for our final budget hearing, which would be on Wednesday, the 31st of May.
Okay, motion so made by Ms. Fattacante, seconded by Mr. Leahy. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? So this budget hearing will stand in recess
Yes.
until May 31st, and we'll anticipate reports and recommendations
Motion to recess.
from the subcommittees. Motion to recess the
Motion to
hearing
recess,
by
Your
Ms. Fattacante, seconded by Ms. Martin. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? We stand in recess. Thank you.
Recess at 10, 9, 9:48 PM, okay? Recess.